Welcome to This Week in Berkeley Heights, brought to you in part by the Alternative Press of Berkeley Heights and the Communications Committee of Berkeley Heights, a weekly newscast providing our residents of Berkeley Heights with news, events, and information around town. My name is Bobby Peer, the publisher and editor of the Alternative Press of Berkeley Heights. This week in Berkeley Heights, on the school front, Governor Livingston girls soccer advanced in the first round of the state tournament, beating Parsippany Hills 5-2 with the help of a hat trick by Lindsay DeStasso. They will be playing Morris Hills on Thursday in the quarterfinal. The boys soccer team played Voorhees on Tuesday and won 2-1, so they will be advancing playing Chatham on Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Governor Livingston football lost a close battle against North Plainfield on Saturday at home, 22-19. The loss came in the last 31 seconds of play when North Plainfield scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Hilltop Players will be performing Mark Camilletti's Bowing on November 21st through 23rd. The admission is $10 for students and seniors and $12 for adults. Advance tickets are available by contacting Hilltop at bhpsnj.org. Miss Tallarico, the teacher-director, has described the play as a physical comedy that will entertain all, so make sure to catch one of the performances. European Wax Center, located in the Berkeley Shopping Center next door to Massage Envy, celebrated their grand opening. We welcome this new business to the community. Mike Scara, the technology coordinator for the Berkeley Heights Public School District, ran in the New York City Marathon as a volunteer pacer for the Achilles International. He has been pacing races since 2000 and enjoys giving back and helping people achieve their difficult goals. Welcome back to This Week in Berkeley Heights. I'm Bobby Peer with the Alternative Press of Berkeley Heights. I'm here with Councilwoman Jean Kingsley, Rick Froyo, and Midge Vicendisi, who are members of the Beautification Committee. Welcome.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thank
you so much, Bobby.
Good to be here.
Great. Well, I can't wait to hear about the Beautification Committee. Jean, can you tell me a little bit about the focus, today's focus, and maybe going forward, the focus of the Beautification Committee?
The Beautification Committee was formed really to work on enhancing the overall streetscape within Berkeley Heights. I know people drive through other towns and they think they've got unique character and feel, and there was not that same sense of uniformity to Berkeley Heights. So the immediate effort was to try to work on coming and defining a streetscape and looking at what we can do for seasonal decorations and other type of things that would just enhance the town and kind of make it feel like a nice, unique little small town.
Now, how will you be getting the funds for the Beautification Committee?
We've had various fundraising initiatives, which we're going to let Midge talk about some of them in the past. And going forward, our biggest funding right now is what we're calling the Clock Project. And there have been banners put up in all of the local businesses. And that project is really twofold. One, we're going to put in a beautiful four-faced clock in Peppertown Park, which is the park right across from the train station. And the money that we raise from selling the faces and plaques that will go down the side will be used to fund future enhancements to the streetscape, whether it's holiday lit ornaments, seasonal baskets, banners, flags, various items that would kind of line the town and kind of give it a hometown feel.
That's great. Now, Midge, can you tell us about the accomplishments that the committee has done so far?
We're very proud and excited to say that over the last year, if you've driven through town, you have seen things that you really haven't seen in quite some time here. And I've lived in this town my whole life and can say that this year was a banner year for the town. We have had holiday decoration banners that came in such a beautiful size, not just your typical little banner, but Berkeley Heights does it big. We had gorgeous banners last year that will be coming back again. We've also had beautiful Welcome to Berkeley Heights banners that show the town seal that really, when you look at it and you stop to stare at it, really is just, it's so prideful. And then we participated with the Raise the Flag campaign along with the veterans, where people from the town donated a flag to line Berkeley Heights. And I can't tell you how many people have come through our town and say they just stop and stare at the beauty and the splendor of those flags lining the town. And having a store in town, I hear over and over how glad people are to see these banners. And going forward, we have our clock project, as Jean said, which is going to be magnificent. And I believe, not because I'm biased, that this clock is going to be unique and beautiful.
Agree.
That's great. So there's been a lot of accomplishments.
Not to mention, behind the scenes, we're all busy little bees, and we have an artist on board. We have people coming up with standards and streetscapes that are truly going to be noticed as you drive through the town.
Can you describe any of the streetscape uniformity?
Well, the idea is that going forward, businesses that come to town will have an adapted standard, if you will.
Okay.
So that things will start looking uniform while you drive through the town. You'll notice, you'll say, hey, there's some continuity. And
so with the sidewalks
yeah, like
and
with
the
the
benches.
sidewalks.
Street lights, like right now, if you look in town, we have 4 different versions of a green street lamp in town. The goal would be anybody in any future development is going to have one standard street lamp that's going to go in addition to benches, trash receptacles, and potentially even planters. And they'll all, you know, when they go into town for their permits, they're going to literally be handed the specs and the corporation they order from, and everything will be the same color, same exact match. And the pavers would be put down in one direction. So it's a perfect time for this really committee to get going, because if you notice, there's a lot of development going on in town, and there's going to be a lot more development coming. So you are going to, you know, over the next 2 years, we should really see the streetscape kind of come together and really take shape.
Great. I'm looking forward to that. Now, back to the clock project. Can you tell us who the clock sponsors are?
Yes,
Rick?
I can. Yes. Hi. We're very fortunate in this town that we have so many great people and generous people who care about our town very much, as we all do here on the committee. There are 4 major face sponsors, and that's Berkeley Shopping Center, Dean's Greens, Summit Medical Corp., and the Connell Company. And those 4 are the major sponsors on the face of our first clock. Hopefully we'll have more clocks down the road. We're not sure. We're hoping that we can raise enough funds to make that happen.
That's great. And how else can people participate in this beautification of Berkeley Heights? Is there other ways?
Yes, one example is that myself and Jim D'Elia of Earthworks and Boulderscapes Services, we volunteered the actual installation of the clock and the wiring, the electrical wiring. I'm an electrical contractor. So we volunteered, both of us, to do all of the work, and so it doesn't cost the taxpayers or any money at all. In addition, as Jean had mentioned, we're selling plaques that will line the 4 posts. I would say it's a post, and it's going to line the 4 sides of the clock, and we're selling them for $100, $300 each. There'll be 100 plaques, and that's a great way to give back to the community and permanently memorialize your place in Berkeley Heights.
That's a great idea.
And Rick's understating it, but I do want to let him know that because of him and Jimmy D'Elia, that is how we really are going to be able to have extra funds
Right.
of which to spend on lit ornaments and flowers and all of that. Because if we had to pay for the installation, everything that we raised from selling the clock face sponsorships and the 100 plaques would just cover the cost to purchase the clock and install it. But it's really because of the generosity of Mr. Froyo and Jimmy D'Elia that we're going to have funds to beautify and pull the streetscape together. So it's a big thank you.
So
thank
in
you, Rick.
actuality, the clock is the conduit to the future beautification projects.
And now that we do have the holidays upon us, what do we foresee the holiday of the Springfield Avenue looking like this holiday
Well,
season?
I can tell you for sure it'll be lit up, and we have purchased some wreaths that will line along with the banners, and I can say that we're moving forward with the hope that each year there will be more decoration and more Berkeley Heights splendor.
Thank you, Jean, Rick, and Midge, for being with us tonight. We'll be right back with more of This Week in Berkeley Heights.
Summit Medical Group is pleased to be one of the clock face sponsors for the Berkeley Heights Downtown Clock Project. We remain committed to serving our community and supporting its initiatives. We are grateful for the opportunity to participate in this beautification project, said Dr. Jeff Lebenger, Chief Operating Officer and Chairman of Summit Medical Group.
The pain will not control us. It will never break us, define us, or keep us still. Because arthritis can't beat us if we beat it first. In the fight against arthritis, you need a weapon. What's yours? Visit the Arthritis Foundation at fightarthritispain.org.
I'm Bobby Peer with thealternativepress.com. We are your 24/7 source of news and events about Berkeley Heights. Visit thealternativepress.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and if you have any news tips or suggestions, you can contact me at bpeer@thealternativepress.com. I'm Bobby Peer. Good night, Berkeley Heights.